have to let go of who we used to be to really embrace and appreciate who we are now. Letting go of the past is very hard. It really is. I mean, we all want to be better tomorrow than we are today, than what we were yesterday. We all want that. But in order to fully do that, you have to know how to let go of yesterday. Let go of the past. Don't live in it. Learn from it, but don't live in it. Wish I said that in another video, but that is real. That's real talk. Every one of us is on our own journey. We're all on some kind of path. We're all on different paths, but for the most part, all of our paths lead, or at least they're trying to lead to us becoming a better version, possibly the best version of ourselves that we could possibly be. I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself. I am on what feels like a very long journey, but I'm feeling like it's worth it because right now I am at the best that I've ever been. This isn't a bragging thing, it's just how I feel. I've done so much and I've accomplished so much that I can honestly say that I'm proud of myself. But I can honestly say this too. The hardest part of that journey, the hardest part for me getting to where I am right now is letting go of who I used to be. I was very flawed, and I still am. I mean, we're all flawed in some kind of way. Never be ashamed of your flaws, whether they be physical or mental, Never be ashamed of that. We all get depressed. We all have anxiety. We all have fears. Some of us may look at these things as flaws. We look at our phobias as flaws. Don't look at your phobia as a flaw. Whatever you're afraid of, don't look at it as a flaw. Just look at it as another challenge. Look at it as another obstacle, something that you're going to eventually overcome and deal with. You'll never get rid of your flaws. I'm sorry. I mean, I know that sounds negative, but it's the truth. You're never going to get rid of it. But you can learn to live with them. You have anxiety. Guess what? Anxiety there's no cure for that. There really isn't. There's really not even a cure for depression. There's no cure for phobias. There's no cure for fear. And all three of these things, they're necessities. They're necessities of life. You have to have that. You have to be depressed every now and again. You have to have anxiety. You have to have fears. Because if you didn't have any of these things, you would have nothing to overcome. And you really wouldn't have anything to fight for. You would have just an easy journey to become the best version of yourself. And you don't want an easy journey to get to where you're trying to go. Why would you want that? Why would you want it easy? I mean, is the payoff really worth it if the journey was easy? If it was an easy ride, there's no bumps on the road? No. You got to go through it. You got to go through hell to get to heaven, man. You got to go through the inferno to get to paradise sometimes. Nobody starts at the top, man. You got to start at the bottom just like everybody else. And yes, our past, the past is it's a hard thing to get over. It's a hard thing to really get by, because every challenge, every day we go through something and we deal with something that reminds us of who we used to be. But that doesn't have to be a bad thing. Because just because something or somebody reminds you of who you were, just look at it like this. That's who you were. It's not who you are now. Who you are today is way better than who you were yesterday. First off, because you woke up again. Another day above ground, man. Embrace that. Serious. We've all come a long way. Every one of us. No matter how young or how old you are. We've all come a long way. Take some time to celebrate the journey. It ain't over, obviously, because you're still breathing. But take the time to celebrate how you're not who you were yesterday. You are who you are today because of the mistakes that you made yesterday or last month or last year or 10 years ago or whatever. That was you. This isn't you now. Embrace that. Celebrate it. I remember when I first started working, my mom always told me, no matter what, every paycheck that you get, obviously you putting it towards rent, you putting it towards bills, car notes, cell phone, electric, utilities, what have you. But take a little bit of what you earn and treat yourself. Treat yourself to something. Because them 2 weeks, or if you're weekly, that week or 2 weeks of hard work that paid off. You got to look at life the same way. You made it to today. You made it to right now. You got your paycheck. Go treat yourself. Pat yourself on the back and tell yourself, man, I'm proud of who I am. I'm actually proud of what I went through. I am very proud of everything I've gone through. You need to go through it. You got to go through something to get to where you need to go. There's no teleporters around here, man. You got to hit the road to get to your destination. It just is what it is. Don't hate your past. Love it. Because that's what got you to the present. And that's what's going to get you to the future. But don't worry too much about the future. Worry, but don't worry. It's a hard thing to wrap your head around, I know. But worry, but don't worry. Know that it's coming. But take some time to celebrate the now. I always say that's why it's called the present. Because today is a gift. It's a gift for making it through yesterday. You made it through yesterday. So, celebrate. But don't live in that past. Don't live in who you were. Learn from it. Because that way, only that way can you appreciate who you are. And that'll fuel you for what you're trying to become. If you made it this far, don't be a stranger, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share. And as usual, if nobody else tells you, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.